Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Friday to you all. Hopefully your weeks are wrapping up nicely, or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully having a great day nonetheless. We had a whole bunch of stuff drop at 1 today, 1 p.m. Rather than the usual 6 p.m. time slot, which works in my favor because we can get a head start, including the big one for today. The Fimmies are back with brand new music. 르세라핌 have a brand new mini album out. They have a brand new title track out. Well, we're gonna go through the whole shebang today, and I'm very excited to get into it. I've been kind of slipping when it comes to keeping up with 르세라핌 recently, especially considering Smart and Easy dropped while I was moving house, and I wasn't really focused on K-pop all that much. So I never really got a chance to let that era sink in as much as I did with, say, Unforgiven era, or like the first three eras. So I'm a little bit behind the times when it comes to 르세라핌, but hopefully I can kind of make my way back into the Fimi camp with this release. So we've got the title track Crazy to check out. We have the Crazy EP to check out, which I believe has 4 or 5 B-sides on it. I forget. I'll figure it out by the time we do the album listen, which will be out later today if it isn't out already. So keep your eyes peeled for that if you are interested. But in the meanwhile, let's send the intro one time. Let's get started. Here we go. Right. Now, what are my expectations or just assumptions about this era? I have none. I haven't heard a peep of this era, this track, this album in general, which is good for me because I hate going into a release knowing stuff beforehand, like sonically knowing stuff beforehand. In terms of wish lists, I hope we get something that's a little bit like pretty peppy on the energy front, but also has a good melody behind it. Like, what's a good era? Like, I quite liked Unforgiven era, so maybe something kind of like an extension or a connection to that. And then on the B-sides and stuff, we'll talk about that when we get to the album. But let's send it one time. Whoop.
Act like an angel, dressed like crazy.
Oh, the girls are calling, calling. Oh, the girls are calling, calling. Oh, the girls are calling, calling. Oh, the girly girls.
Oh my god, I thought my computer bricked itself.
Act like an angel, dressed like crazy.
Yeah, 내 심장이 강림. 너 CPR 같이 손잡고.
Oh, this is different. Oh, there's a lot of sass in this, isn't there? Hello, vocal harmonies. Sonically, this is crazy. But get me in the club with this. Oh my goodness. It's kind of wacky, but I love it because it's so wacky. That is gonna be so earwormy, isn't it? Here's the thing. I'm not the biggest fan of like a rap-heavy song, but for this beat, it works so well. I feel like Yunjin has an extra little bit of like oomph in the flare front on this track vocally. It's very fitting.
Act like an angel, dressed like crazy. Act like an angel, dressed like crazy.
yeah, this is so earwormy. Oh no.
르세라핌.
That's what? What? Look, I'm going to apologize up front about doing all of the like unintended title puns and stuff, but this song might be one of the most appropriately titled songs I've come across in a hot minute because it really is a little bit crazy. I can't lie. I can't cap. It's a little bit crazy. But the thing is, it works. It really works for me. I was a little bit worried when the song started that we were gonna get what my mind would process as Anti-Fragile 2.0. Like, Anti-Fragile, all things considered, is not a bad song. I just prefer other title tracks over it. But Crazy has a certain charm to it that I really cannot put my finger on. But I can't help but just like smile and just, you know, really feel the beat while I'm listening to it. And I don't really know why that's the case, but it's an infectious type of song and it really works for me. It's got a lot of music cues from like 2000s era kind of EDM-y, poppy, like Far East Movement vibes. You know, Far East Movement, like a G6, lots of vocoded vocals, really nice punchy clubby beat. Sonically very different to like a G6, but you know, it's that kind of era, that vein of music that's weirdly addictive. Let's go back to the beginning though, because I do want to like kind of talk through the verse properly. I feel like there's actually quite a bit going on, and it's a pop song that doesn't use like the standard pop formula too, which I think is even cooler.
Act like an angel and dress like crazy.
Oh, the girls are yelling, yelling. Oh, the girls are yelling, yelling. Oh, the girls are yelling, yelling. Oh, the girly girls.
It's like you get one hook, and then you get another hook, and then you get another hook afterwards. There's like 3 different hooks in here. And that's really neat. And the fact that the song kind of opens with all the hooks put together, really, it's a big impact moment, you know? Like, instead of having the hook wait until the chorus, you know, like starting immediately on the verse or having some kind of intro, we're really getting everything all at once. I swear that's... Wasn't there a *LeSeraphim* B-side from an old album that sounded something like that? Hold on. Where there was something on the Unforgiven album. No, never mind. I'm just tweaking. Never mind. Right. Ignore that point. We will keep moving. There we go.
Act like an angel, just like crazy.
And it's the fact that every single hook on its own is very earwormy, very catchy, but you put them all together and they're still earwormy and catchy. Sometimes when you get like each individual hook and they sound really good on their own, but if you put them together, it just kind of like, instead of adding on top of each other, they like negate each other. Not the case with Crazy. Very rap heavy song. I like it though. It's, again, stylistically really works with the beat. I'm sorry, the Sakura singing "I'm an Otaku" is just, there's just something so right about that, you know? It's just Otaku bestie. Yeah, in general, I feel like the vocal delivery on this one has so much sass just interlaced within on everybody across the board, especially when they have their little kind of rap moment, because everybody has a rap moment in this song, whether it's, it's Chaewon into Sakura into Yunjin verse 1, and then verse 2 it's Unche into Kazuha into, I'm pretty sure there's one more member, we'll get there when we get there, but everyone is a very capable vocalist in the group, but to see the other side of things, to see everyone get involved with the rapping side of things and doing it with that extra level of sass that is so appropriate for this type of music, I'm so here for it. Stamp of approval. It's not all rap, right? Because we get vocal moments as well. Build it, build it.
Act like an angel and dress like crazy.
And it's like everything really sets itself up so nicely. They don't try and squeeze in anything. Everything is telegraphed so clearly. Like the transitions are there with the purpose, and they increase the effectiveness of what's coming afterwards. It's probably, in terms of like that in-between section, like, preparing the chorus drop and stuff, Crazy is probably, for me, their best written in terms of just how harmoniously this song progresses forward. It's really easy to follow along with.
Act like an angel and dress like crazy.
And like, it's a pretty minimal course on an instrumental side of things, but it's the beat that really supplements it. It's the beat that's meant to supplement the vocal track. The vocal track isn't all that either. It's mainly talking, right? Apart from the da 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 da. Like, that's the really only melody you get in this chorus. But the thing is, I don't want any more. You know what I mean? Like, if there's any more melody in really either side, it's going to break the balance. This is a really well-balanced chorus for me. It's because neither is trying to like really one-up each other. They're really just going, all right, we're going to ride the beat and we are going to ride it all the way. And they do it really well. Also, I cannot help but see Suzy in Kazuha. Like, I know that's been a thing in, ever since she debuted, that Kazuha looks a lot like Suzy, but brother, that is peak Suzy. Are you kidding? How? Zuha, what are you doing? What are you doing to me, Zuha? But I want to get the verse 2. All the girly girls.
Back in the days, 미치지 못해서 me. 더 이상의 끌림 앞에 거치지 않지. 무슨 의미 또 무슨 가치 가는 건 불가능 이젠 또 shit.
Yeah, me and my girls
Okay, and then it's Chaewon finishing the verse here. Yeah, that's really good. I love how just well the rap has been incorporated. It doesn't feel like it's been like, tacked on for the sake of tacking in a rap verse. It just feels so well woven in. Ooh. I was not expecting to like Crazy this much. Genuinely, I was not expecting to like Crazy this much. Admittedly, there was the part of me that was hoping that my title track ranking, like Crazy, would one up Unforgiven as my favorite 르세라핌 title track. And on first impressions, it might actually be pretty close. In the long run, I don't know, because it's really, only been 10 minutes since I listened to it for the first time, but it's quite good fun. It really is quite good fun indeed. And, I kind of got what I was hoping for. We got a little bit more of like an energetic tune. Did it have a lot of melody in it? Not really. Did it need it though? I don't think so. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I'm like kind of blown away by that. That was a lot of fun. And I'm hoping we got the same amount of fun on the album, because we have B-sides to check out, which I'm going to go and queue up immediately. So again, keep your eyes peeled for that if it isn't out already. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day today. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and and I will see you next time. Bye bye.